Mark Selby, 2014 World Champion, 3 times Master Champion, a formidable match player these days.
He's sort of in the mould of John Higgins. I think he's sort of taken over as probably, you know, every department of his game is like top notch. He's very, very difficult to beat, plays a lot of superior, like, tactical shots, you know, and a very, very clever player, as well as, like, you know, can score amongst the best in the world as well, you know, which makes him a very formidable opponent.
Well, as kids, I mean, there's been a lot said and written about the fact that we're good mates, you know, off the table. And we came through the juniors together, and, you know, as a child, he was as tactically as aware as he is now. You know, he practiced a lot with Willie Thorne and a lot of professionals and learnt his trade by getting beaten up by professionals all the time. And he learnt right shots from the wrong shots. And as a kid, he wouldn't play the wrong shot. He always played the right tactical shot, but he couldn't score like we could score at the time. And then towards his late teens and in his early life as a pro, he then learned how to score. Very
accurate amongst the balls, precision-like, you know, surgeon-like, good cue power. But of course, the one thing the public always picks up on is all the movement, the head movement, the swaying backwards and forwards before he actually plays the shot. And people say, oh, he's moving his head. But it's only before, it's in the build-up, isn't it?
Well, it's not actually, it's his whole upper body that actually moves. Yeah. It looks like head movement, but it's actually as he sways to and fro with the cue. And I know it's something he's worked on over the years, but what he's got is an action that repeats, and it works. And I think for him to try and completely undo that now would prove him a problem, I think.
It's like he started practicing on a boat when he was younger, isn't it? You know? One of his biggest problems is his confidence in himself.
Really?
Even though, yeah, I mean, even though he's won so much and he's been up there, you know, on top of the game, I don't think he really, like some of the other players, he really has that ultimate belief every time he goes out there in himself, you know, which he should do. I wouldn't say he's an overconfident type of player or person.
I know he's very technically minded. He's very interested in the finite minutiae of the technique of how to strike a snooker ball, be that from his grip to grip pressure, stance, bridge position, how many feathers he has, length of backswing, all of that type of thing. He's constantly looking for the secret ingredient, where if he just sat back a little minute and realised he's achieved everything that he could really have ever wanted to, he'd be all right.
When I've looked back on some of my games, I've noticed it happen, but I mean, I've spoke to a lot of people, a lot of coaches, and they're saying, why are you winning and still winning matches and winning tournaments? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Sometimes in the past, yeah, I've sort of doubted myself a lot if I've gone through periods. I mean, especially when I had my neck problem a few years ago in the World Championships and didn't practice for a fair few months. My confidence seemed to drain a lot then, and then I was coming back and I felt as if I was starting again and not really winning matches, which I thought I should be winning. And my confidence seemed to sink a little bit, yeah, but I mean, as time's gone on, I've seemed to gradually got that back. I think Sean's hit the nail on the head there. I mean, he's definitely right. I mean, I always looking for improvement, same as a lot of sportsmen, trying to find that perfect game, which at the end of the day, there probably is no perfect game. I mean, what I've done is stood me in good stead so far, gave me a fantastic career.